Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Keely Shoop. I am a cuddle therapist here in Chicago. I have been working with Cuddlist for over 6 years now. I've been doing this work full time. Today, we're going to talk about something that's a little controversial, so let's get to it. A colleague and friend of mine, Janet Trevino, recently posed a question to professional cuddlers in the industry, and it is sometimes considered a taboo. It is something that's not often talked about, and she wanted to spark a conversation, and it was about, what about married clients? What do we think? So here's my answer. My answer to that, what that looks like, how I address that in my practice. So when I say what about married clients, the question specifically is it ethical for a professional cuddle therapist, to see a client who is married and does not divulge to their spouse that they are seeing us as a professional? That's the more clarification around that question. My answer is I will still see those clients. Here's why. Every client that comes to see me gets my commitment to confidentiality, regardless of who it is. It doesn't matter who they are. They get confidentiality. I follow HIPAA guidelines as closely as I am able. That includes storing people's information on secure servers or communicating through more secure channels, etc. So, clients' right to privacy is a core value in my practice. Clients' confidentiality is essential to their trust in me, and that trust is the only way that we can access a lot of the different kinds of healing work, a lot of different kinds of transformative work that is really geared towards cuddle therapy. You have to be very platonically intimate with people in cuddle therapy, and they can't do that if they don't trust you, and confidentiality is key to building that trust. So in addition to confidentiality that I guarantee my clients, so for instance, I would not divulge to a spouse if they asked me whether or not their partner had seen me, or their spouse had seen me. No one gets to know who my clients are, period, point blank. And also, there is no question in my mind that cuddle therapy is healthcare. That, by every definition that I have, cuddle therapy is healthcare. You might hear a little sound in the background. It's a new dog that I have who hears another dog outside. So just to let you know that you might hear a sound in the background, but I will go and cuddle him in a minute. So when I view this as healthcare, people have a right to healthcare. So I would similarly say, if someone's spouse was uncomfortable with the idea that their spouse went to therapy, I still think that person should still have access to therapy and still go get that healthcare, that medical help. Or a doctor or a dentist, whatever it might be, whether or not their partner is comfortable with it, they should still have access to that healthcare. I view that the same with cuddle therapy. I do understand. People have an argument in opposition. They say that if a spouse is going to see a cuddle therapist, because the nature of the platonic intimacy involved in cuddle therapy, well, then that is cheating behavior. That is cheating on a spouse. And again, because I view it as healthcare, I disagree. And I understand why that would be a very vulnerable position for a spouse. I'll also say this too. My stance, my preference when a client comes see me, if I'm aware that they haven't told their spouse, I have a conversation with that client and say, my preference is that you tell that spouse. You and I, as a client practitioner, we can give you tools about how to have that conversation. We can practice that conversation, what that conversation will look like with your spouse. And I'll very frankly state that my goal is to get you to a place where you're comfortable having that conversation, because I am always going to promote communication, and I'm always going to promote consent. And I will respect a client's boundary if they say no. If they say no, I will not tell my partner about this. I'm still going to respect my client's boundary around that. So I know that's controversial. I know I'm probably going to get flack for that, and I'm comfortable with that. I think those are really important conversations to have. So comment below. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you disagree, why. Um, I want to give you that opportunity to be heard and say why you disagree. And I'll respond in a compassionate way and listen to what you're saying, but also assert my point when it's relevant to do that, and important to do that. I hope that's clear. I always want to be honest, and I always want to be really upfront about how I operate my business and how my practice goes and what I believe. So this is my attempt to do that. As always, if you liked this video, please click the like button. That helps me out. If you're interested in supporting me, please subscribe to my channel. And, oh, I gotta go take care of my pup. Yeah, so please subscribe to my channel if you want to support me, and comment below if you have any additions. Thank you. Have a great day.